Hello Reapers, my name is Seth and we are back here on some more Trove. Now technically speaking, we are on the test server. I just want to give you a heads up about that. When the Trove Heroes update does come to the live server though, in March, which it has been confirmed to be releasing then, I am going to be able to get Mastery 550. Maybe a little bit over, because on the live server there's going to be a couple things that are kind of hidden on the test server. They didn't actually allow us to get a lot of the new items and costumes and stuff, because obviously you can't buy packs out of the test server and you can't end up using dragon effigies for all the new dragons and stuff. But rest assured, or regardless of that, I guess I should say, in the top left you can see that I am Mastery 550 right now. And the important thing to note with that, why is it not showing? Okay, well anyways, what you end up getting is the Mastery 550 reward is a Dreadnought mount. Now up to this point, let's take a look at it right here, the Mega Mechscavator. So in the last days of the Arcanium Revolution, entire mountains were being leveled in mere days in search of precious ores. Now this implied to all of us that this was going to end up being a mount that operated the same as a Bull Dozer, being a mount that you can end up destroying things in the club world, while also simultaneously being a Dreadnought, meaning that it might end up destroying more blocks than a Bull Dozer. So without further ado, I don't know. I kind of get it. It's like a weird tractor, also is desert themed and stuff. It's not too bad. It's not like it's disgusting, but I won't say that it looks great. Honestly speaking, I like the I prefer the look of the normal Dreadnought. It's still kind of cool that we got this, but it would have been nice that we ended up seeing like pistons on its legs actually animating, and a little bit more effort into the cogs that are in the front of this thing, as well as just steam in general should be coming out of this thing. Like, it just, I don't know. Just the fact that it's using all the same video effects and just it's kind of a Dreadnought reskin is a bit like, I don't know. I mean, is it cool? What do you guys think? You think this is something cool? Let me know in the comments down below. For myself personally, I just prefer the normal Dreadnought. I'm not saying that this one's bad or anything. I kind of like its teeth, because it's like a tractor, you know, where you end up like digging with it, right? But one thing that is very disappointing is you can't actually see, we're going to be going into a new biome over here that is actually open to Architect, and this thing does not actually operate as the Bull Dozer. I think that's the biggest reason why I'm not really impressed with it, is just the fact that at first I thought, okay, this thing's kind of ugly. I personally don't really like the look of it, but at least it's going to have functionality in that you're going to be able to use it like a Bull Dozer, while having the width of the Dreadnought actually being better than the Bull Dozer. But it's not even doing that. Like, it's not even destroying blocks. I mean, I guess, what do you expect? It's not a store item. Obviously, the mounts that end up destroying blocks and stuff, you have to buy out of the store. But the disappointing thing is this is Mastery 550. You'd think that we should have a reward that's actually worthwhile. I guess, technically speaking, you do get a Dreadnought, but as of right now, you have to have the Dreadnought in order to even get this thing. You know? Like, you gotta have pretty much everything in the game, excluding I have a bunch of badges that I'm missing, obviously, and maybe you could just have those instead of having the Dreadnought mount, in which case you would get this and be like, whoa, I actually have a Dreadnought, even if it's a reskin of the original. It's the one from Mastery. So it's still kind of cool in that regard, I guess, and if we do the epic pose, it's going to end up actually being the exact same as the other normal Dreadnought, outside of the fact that the eyeball laser is going to end up being purple rather than actually being red. And the nuke that normally ends up poking out of the back is a drill, which I understand. I know that it's supposed to be a drill. It makes sense because it's supposed to be like a digging thingamabob, but it doesn't actually dig anything, disappointingly enough. But why is the drill on the top? That's a bit weird, because what's it gonna do? Like, does it destroy blocks by jumping up into them? Nope, it doesn't do that either. Like, it's just, I don't know. At least if it had different video effects and had like steam coming off of it and stuff. I guess, well, let's look at the footprints here. So each of the footprints that we step down, you see we actually get a whole bunch of sparks going on. So let's take a quick little peek at the normal Dreadnought mount. Is that going to have all the sparks as well? Yeah, it's the exact same. That's so disappointing, because look at this guy. He's so cool because he's like all dark themed and stuff, and of course it is going to end up being after the boss, as opposed to the Mega Mechscavator, which is just, I guess, what? Mega Mech. There. Oh my gosh, seriously, I suck at typing. As opposed to this guy, which is just kind of a missing pieces Dreadnought. Maybe if it was like lore, I could see that. Like, I think this would actually be a really cool mount if maybe it was supposed to be like a prototype or like a skeleton of the mount. Maybe it's kind of like got a couple pieces missing from it and stuff. But the fact that it's just a Dreadnought reskin, and honestly speaking, like, I personally would have preferred a golden Dreadnought than having this one. I hate to sound so disappointed with it, but the fact that it was supposed to be from Mastery 550, I was really, really hoping that it was going to actually destroy blocks. So hashtag confirmed it doesn't. A little bit disappointing in that regard. I can't even see what there it's actually going to show us. Now, the next reward is going to end up being sails, and then we actually have a rat, Radiant Sovereigns, which is going to be useless, a new Mastery Boat, and then at 600, we're going to have the Mastery Phoenix, which there are mods that you can use to actually have the Mastery Phoenix, and you can also actually very easily change the Dreadnought mount to look like this Mastery one. So I already actually saw what this mount looked like before we even did this video. And, you know, not to mention we actually saw it in a dev stream a while back as well. But still, it's cool that we actually get a free Dread, I guess, from Mastery. So why am I complaining? I like its feet. You know, I like that they're golden. But I still wish that there was a little bit more detail to it. Especially the fact that it's one color. I think that's the part that kind of irks me about the whole mount. It's just the fact that it's so gray. You know what I mean? Like, I wish that it had a little bit more gold to it. Or maybe it was more like a majestic, like, maybe it's like golden red and it's like the King of Kings Dreadnought, or I don't know. There's just so many Dreadnought mods that haven't actually been accepted into the game that it's a little bit disappointing to see this, because the Dreadnought mods actually look fantastic. Like, go check out Trove Source if you haven't, because those mounts are beautiful. In either case though, folks, that's long enough. Thank you so much for watching. Very much appreciate it. Hope that you enjoyed today's video, and I hope that I didn't end up bothering too many people, because I know usually when I end up having my criticisms about certain things, some people will come around and be like, hey, that thing actually looks really cool. And I'm not saying that you can't actually think that this thing's awesome. I'm sure that this is going to be somebody's favorite mount in the entire game. But for me personally, not really into it. I prefer the normal Dreadnought. At least if there was added video effects or something that made it unique for Mastery 550, I'd be stoked on it. But the fact that it's just a Dreadnought reskin, it's just kind of like, dude, we're obviously going to have more Dreadnoughts added to the game in the future anyway, thus making this one less and less popular. That's just my 2 cents towards it, though, Reapers. Very much appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, share, favorite, and subscribe for more daily content. That's also going to build up loyalty bonds to my merch store. Links are in the description for that. And for the fans that want to go the extra mile, you can actually donate to me for absolutely free with the Gawkbox. Links are in the description for that as well. Have a fantastic day, everybody. Shine away and stay epic.